Hi, and welcome to part 2 of the Adventures of Uber Dad. In this part, we're going to be covering what turned out to be one of the easiest parts of joining Uber, and that is the sign-up process. So, what do you need to be able to sign up for Uber? Basically, depending on the city that you're in, there's going to be different limitations, I believe, in terms of the age of the car. But if you have a car that's from year 2000 or later, and it's in good working condition, and you have a driver's license and registration, you should be able to drive for Uber. And it's as simple as going to www.uber.com. And when you're there, you're going to look at the top right and you're going to see a link that says Drive for Uber or Become an Uber Partner. Once you do that, it's a very straightforward process, amazingly straightforward. You fill out some basic information. You're going to go ahead and scan or take a photograph of your driver's license and that registration. And that will be uploaded, and basically that begins the sign-up procedure there. They'll ask you for the make and manufacturer of your car, and then they will decide whether or not, based on the conditions of the city that you're registering for, if your car is part of the fleet. And again, as long as it's a working car above year 2000, I think you're in good shape. They do change it year by year. And they change the classification. So for example, there's Uber X and there's Uber Black or Elite is what they used to call it in Los Angeles, where I'm driving. If your car is 2010 or newer, you get to be in the Black or Elite class, which I think they're just calling Uber Black now. And if your car is before that, then you're part of the Uber X or Uber Pool, which is fine. That's all I've been driving for. I have a 2008 Prius in good working condition, and I keep it clean, and no one's complained about the car, and people are very happy with it. So once you follow the link and you upload your information in the car, they'll basically run a background check on you. That can take anywhere up to 48 hours. In my particular case, it was done within, I think, 12 hours. And then the last part will be that they instruct you to go to a Uber center. And what these are basically a mechanic station or a gas station where they'll set up a little Uber tent. There'll be a couple of representatives there and mechanics that they've hired on site. Before you go in, make sure that your car is in good working condition, meaning that the lights work, the blinkers work, the windshield wipers work. Check all the belts in the back of your car and in the front and make sure these are working. Check the doors and make sure that all the doors open and close, that all the locks work as expected. They won't get into the mechanical condition of the car. They'll have you turn it on and off. But for the most part, it's expected to be in good working condition. Once you've done that and everything's fine, you'll suddenly get a link, and sometimes this is within, I think in my case, it was a day and a half, that basically says download the Uber Partner app. And you can go ahead and hit that button to go online. Now that's a whole separate video because that is the intimidating part. For me, signing up was fine. You can move forward with it. There's no pressure. I even ran into some problems, and there's an Uber help that will link you to your local city partners, which made it very easy to deal with. In my particular case, they registered my car in Delaware. So as soon as I went online, it said this car is not registered to drive in this location. I thought, oh no, my car is not right. But it turned out to be a very simple problem. I had to go through the last 2 steps of the procedure again and again. That took about 24 hours, and I was ready to drive. One last thing is when you appear at the Uber tent and you go ahead and you get your vehicle inspection, they will give you a little black envelope, and most of it is useless, but there is the little black and white Uber placard that you put in the lower right of your windshield that tells people that you're driving for Uber. I find that they would like you to take these on and off as you're going. So if you can, ask them if you can get a couple of them, because they tend to get dirty and dusty, and taking them on and off and reapplying to the plastic. And I found that after about a couple of months, basically you kind of need a new one because they're looking a little shoddy and they're not sticking to the glass quite as well as they used to. Okay, so if you have any questions about the process, feel free to write me or make comments in the section below. I'll go ahead and post my email to the screen right here. And then likewise, as I mentioned in the first video, if you do decide to sign up for Uber and you found these videos helpful, please go ahead and use the link presented on the screen, or go ahead and use the referral code, which will also be presented on the screen. And just so you know it, it's R7F5BJXYUE. That's R7F5BJXYUE. And if you put that in when you sign up for Uber, I will get a bonus payment for the referral, and you'll get a bonus payment for joining up with the service. And then you'll get your own referral code. And if you invite other people to join the service, or you set up your own website and you do it that way, you'll get a cash payment, they'll get a cash payment. So it's another nice incentive, another way to make money with Uber. Generally that runs, I think, $250 for the referral and $100 for the person signing up. So it could add up quickly. And I think that's it for this video. I'm going to keep them short and sweet. I did a super uber long one last time and my wife hated it. She said, don't make the videos more than 5 minutes. So I'm going to break these up into little sections so that they're more digestible. And in the next one, we're going to be talking about, now that you've signed up, you got to go out there in the world and hit that button and go online. And that is the most intimidating thing. So I'll talk about what my first experience was like, what to expect, and then we'll get into more than the nitty and gritty of what it's like to work for Uber, to get paid, etc., etc. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and send me a line if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you at the next one. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.